What's up, everybody? My name is Bryce, aka DubsNotSubs, and today we are going to be going through all the digital manga that I've collected in 2019. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so let's get right into this and start off with Bookwalker, and this is not really a service I use that much. I usually mainly use one service, and that's Comixology, which I'll get into a little bit later. But I have 3 books specifically on this. 2 of them are from the same series, but I have Mahoyou and Archenemy and Hero Become Mine Hero. I don't remember what the full title is, but yeah, it's actually really good. It's basically a story about the Demon Lord and the hero joining forces to try to end the war, and it's a lot of economic stuff. We actually learn how war benefits people, trading, prices for stuff around the nation and everything. And you just learn about the economy and how basically the nation works. And it's actually really informative, and also seeing the dynamic of them slowly falling in love, or what they're showing as like slowly getting closer and closer together. I'm not sure, but this series might still be running, but I'm not exactly sure. I do really enjoy this. I need to read more of this. I've been kind of slacking on it a little bit. I only had the first two volumes of it, but yeah, it's actually pretty good. I would recommend getting it. I think they're like $6 or something like that, maybe even cheaper on Bookwalker, and they're only on Bookwalker also. And the other one is I Saved Too Many Girls and Caused the Apocalypse, which is a light novel. It was one of the free ones when the Bookwalker was giving out volume 1 of light novels for free. I haven't got into it yet because for some reason light novels I'm really like, I got a couple of them, but every time I look at them, like, nah, I'll do something else. But yeah, I need to get into them. I do want to get into them, specifically Torture Princess, because I really enjoyed the manga adaptation of it. Like, I got like a quarter or a third of the way through, and I bought the light novel because I'd rather do that because it continues after the manga, because the manga is only like one omnibus form of it. But yeah, I do want to continue that, and I also do want to get in I Saved Too Many Girls and Caused the Apocalypse. But that is the only thing that I have on Bookwalker. Let's get into my actual big collection. Well, big. I don't really have too many on Comixology either, but I have a decent amount. But without further ado, let's get right into that one. Alright, for my Comixology collection, I have a couple full series. Most of them are Kodansha Digital first, because there's a lot of actually really good Kodansha titles that are either like they were on like Del Rey or Tokyo Pop and stuff that they didn't actually reprint, which I think some of them do deserve a reprint. And I also have the Comixology Unlimited plan, but I'm only going to go over the stuff that I'm going to read very soon, or I'm currently reading right now. And I bought a bunch of titles on this too, because some titles I don't want to have to worry about Comixology, because I might end my subscription. I might still want it though. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this. First off, we have Alive, The Final Evolution by Adachi Toka, and it's absolutely fantastic. It is an absolutely amazing series, and if you ever want to start digital manga, or like getting into it, I would definitely recommend getting into Alive. It is, wait for it to go half price. Again, also, don't pay full price for digital manga. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, like, half the time, especially with Kodansha specifically, they will do half price sales, like, all the time. So just wait for those, because it's way cheaper, and there's no point in paying $11 for a digital manga. I don't even do that for physical manga unless it's like an omnibus or something like that. But yeah, anyway, Alive is basically a story that follows Tasuka. It's been a little bit since I read it, because I just finished it recently. It's maybe like a month ago I finished it. I do still want to do my review on it, so I gotta reread through it, get a little bit more of an objective look for it, because I don't want to have it like all my initial like, yes, it's freaking. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I love the show, the battles, the powers, the story is absolutely amazing. All the characters are lovable. Alive is actually an amazing series, a super sleeper hit that nobody talks about, because obviously it's a digital first. Something that definitely deserves a reprint. And Kodansha, if you do that, please, I guarantee you, I will buy all of them. I got you, man. You reprint them, me and you, I'll buy all of them. You got a guaranteed one customer there. Doesn't that really make you want to reprint it? But yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Check it out if you can. Again, wait for it to go half price, and then I believe it's like what, $6 a thing. I think it's $5.99 usually when it goes half price. But yeah, let's get on to our next title. Alright, for our next title, we have Blissful Land. Blissful Land is a story about a kid growing up in 18th century Tibet, and it's a very peaceful time, very peaceful story, and it's just basically this kid one day has an arranged marriage where he doesn't really know about it, and it's just these two learning to know each other, what Tibet life was like. It's very easygoing. It's like Laid Back Camp, but Laid Back Camp took like a Xanax or something and just like It's so relaxing, dude. I love it so much. There's really no conflict in it. It's just about learning medical things because the kid's a doctor, learning just what Tibet life was like, the fashion. The art on this is actually pretty good, especially specifically the fashion. I love the clothing in this manga. It's so good. Blissful is really good. I believe there's one more that's going to be Volume 5 is the last one, and I believe that's it for it. But yeah, it's definitely a great series. Believe it's also a Kodansha release. But yeah, next up we have Copalon. Copalon is a story about when Tokyo blew up, they put in a nuclear reactor and then it goes wrong and then Tokyo blows up and then they send in Copalon, which is a special form of human. It's not really a human, they're called dolls, and they are sent into Tokyo to basically rescue the survivors 20 years after the incident. And we follow the girls. It's basically, I would describe this as a super Fast and Furious type of manga. It's absolutely awesome. The action's really cool. There's a lot of there's just a couple of shonen things I don't really like about it, about enemies becoming friends and stuff like that. I'm almost halfway through with it right now, and it's super good. I'm loving it so much. The person here really loves action poses. Like the end of every chapter, it's like action pose for real. But it's really cool. I enjoy it, and I enjoy all the Copalon in it, seeing what their contemplation about what is life and should they really be following the orders that the school did. And there's a lot more going on deeper and deeper as you dig into the story. And as I said, it's a Fast and Furious story. By that I mean it's just all action. There's a ton of chase scenes, explosions, crazy shit. I love it so much. But there is a deeper story than Fast and Furious, than Cars Go Fast, vroom vroom. But yeah, next up we have Delicious in the Dungeon, which is a book manga that I wanted to get into physically, but I just didn't want to pay $11, like I said, for it. So they actually have it for $7 on here for the most part. I believe they're $7 a piece. But yeah, Delicious in the Dungeon is pretty good so far. I'm halfway through the first volume. I'm enjoying it so far. Just fantasy food. It's nothing really. It wasn't as crazy good as what I thought it was. I'm interested to see his other title, Seven Little Stories, or what is it called? Seven Little Dragons. That's what it's called. His short story thing. But yeah, that's not too. It's okay. It's so far. It's a 6. I don't hate it. I don't know if I'll continue it. Next up we have Drifting Net Cafe by Shuzo Oshimi. Basically, this guy who has a wife kind of depressed, and they're going through. She's pregnant. He's kind of just has all that pressure on him, and he's thinking about his middle school love, first love, and how I don't know, it's a little bit weird, and I don't really know if I like the concept of how he's still thinking about his crush in middle school, and how he's talking about that was the peak of his life from one moment. But yeah, other than that, they go into a net cafe, and then something happens where they get teleported dissolving classroom style into some mysterious void. I don't really know what's going on exactly. I'm maybe 1.5 chapters into it right now, but I'm interested. I'll keep going in it. I don't know if I like the dynamic of him wanting to cheat on his wife, but yeah. But anyway, next up we have Fuuka, which I'm not exactly sure at all what it is. I believe it's a music rom-com. This girl who likes music. I don't know. It seems okay. I haven't got into it yet, but that's on my very soon to be read list. Next up we have The Girl from the Other Side. The Girl from the Other Side is absolutely amazing. I was gonna get it digital, but I can't. I gotta get it physical. It's too good. It's absolutely a fantastic seinen. So much mystery. The art is so cool. It's really a quick read too. But I feel the more you study the art, the background, what he draws. I don't exactly remember who wrote it, but anyway, you basically check into the background. I feel there's always so much more to each panel than just what's on surface value. The more you look, the more you get metaphors and all this other stuff that they're going through. And there's just the mysterious and this dynamic between this little girl and this monster, and trying to figure out who he is, why she's with him, what's happening with the world around them, where are they, what is that, even Earth, or what's going on. But yeah, absolutely fantastic series. I will be getting more of this in physical, and at some point hopefully I will be getting doing a review on it. But yeah, next up we have Goodbye, I'm Getting Reincarnated, which is absolutely fantastic isekai, put in quotations, because there's a little bit, the dynamic of it is basically, you gotta die to get reincarnated. So it is a dynamic of the princess trying to kill the hero, while the demon lord princess is trying to protect him so he doesn't get reincarnated, because if he does, that means he goes to the other world, then he'll save him and stop the war that's happening between the humans and then the demons. So basically, the demon lord princess is the good guy in this, and the princess one is the bad guy trying to kill him, because I don't think he wants to get reincarnated. But yeah, it's actually really cool. It's really funny. I really like the art. It's by the guy who did Trinity 7 and then Parabora, who is I think this is his first manga. He does the art, and then the Trinity 7 artist does, I think it's Kenji Saito. is the writer of that, but he does. He writes the story. Whoa, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word story, but yeah, it's actually pretty good. I really like it so far. I'm excited to see out more. Then again, I always have to wait for it to go on sale because I'm not paying $11 for it. I just can't convince myself to do it. Anyway, next up we have Cocina. Cocina is a really cool one about a girl who can swap faces with anybody through this magical lipstick. I don't want to say anything more about that because there's a lot of mystery behind it, who she is, what her mother was like. It's all about acting. What is really yourself? Can you put on a face? Like, can the mask ascend the... How does it go? It was in Fully Cooley. It's like the mask ascended the person, and so the mask became the person, and then fiction became reality. It's really cool, but it's a cool concept. I'm interested to see more of it. I believe it's 14 volumes long. Absolutely, it's pretty good. I really like it. I've been kind of slacking on this series too. I'm like 4 volumes in right now. And then next up we have the Night Cartoonist and her orc editor. This one's actually really funny. It's about a knight. Well, it says it right there. A knight who ends up they reverse isekai. The orc leaves the fantasy world because he doesn't want to do like all the destruction like all the other orcs. He just wants to be an editor. And then the knight from that he was actually facing or fighting wants to become a manga artist. And so we get to see this funny dynamic of them just bumbling around. She's super conscious about all this other stuff, and it's really honestly pretty funny and a really good series. There's ecchi elements in there for you people, for you dirty scumbags like me, but but yeah, it's actually fantastic. I would say check it out when you can. I believe there's 3 volumes out right now. Next up we have Leaving Our Troops to the Shooting Stars, which gave a serious Anohana vibe, and I really loved Anohana, so I'm excited to see what this one's about. Some girl dies, and then apparently she comes back. Like I said, very Anohana, but yeah, I'm excited to see what this is about and see this dynamic, all this friends and all this stuff. But other than that, I haven't started yet. There's only 1 volume out of that right now, too, I think. Then we have Nijigahara Holograph and then Inio Asano work, which I have no idea what the hell went on in that, because I'm still confused by what the hell happened. I had to reread it again, but it's a very, very confusing story with a lot of, like, psychic stuff that I don't really understand, or mystical stuff. But anyway, next up we have The Right Way to Make Jump. This one is actually all educational. It's about a guy who... It's about a dude who interviewed a bunch of Shonen Jump people and basically researched like the title says, how to make Jump, how to get a title in their art, the weekly stuff, how they do their process of getting titles and all this other stuff. It's really cool to look inside to like an actual educational look into Shonen Jump. It's pretty good. It's only a one-shot, so I want to get that. I don't know if it's actually still out anymore. But yeah, next up we have Smile Down the Runway. And this story is something that I feel like was going to get very big later on, especially with the anime coming out soon. It's basically a story about a girl who wants to be a runway model, but is told she's too short, and then a kid who is too poor to basically be able to become a fashion designer, which is what he wants to become. And it's actually a really cool dynamic to see how there's actually 2 main characters in this. And I'm actually really excited to pick up more of this. Again, not on sale right now. Not going to buy it until it goes on sale. Absolutely fantastic. Volume 1 was absolutely amazing. I believe it's a shoujo. I'm not exactly sure. But it's cool because there's a girl protagonist and guy protagonist. So each side, you get to see the runway model side and the fashion side of actually creating the costumes. Is actually really cool. They both follow their own thing. I'm not really sure who's the main protagonist yet. I believe it's the girl, but we'll have to see. I'll have to read more to find out. And anyway, the last up we have is Tsundere Children. Tsundere Children is basically rom-com with a bunch of different students in high school just becoming going through love in different ways in a very funny, cringy way, and just how a lot of times over-exaggerated, but very funny, sometimes very relatable with the cringy aspects and some of the other stuff that can go on. It's really cool to get to see like different sides of people's relationships and how different people have their relationships, different misunderstandings, struggles that they all go through. It's a absolutely fantastic series, very funny. It's a 4-comma, so it's not really, it's basically, it really relies on that comedy side, but you can have some fun. There's some serious moments in it too. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that is all the digital manga I actually have right now. I don't know how much I'll continue. I try to keep my digital manga to stuff that I'm not really sure I want to get into physical. That's why I got Girl on the Other Side. I wasn't really sure if I wanted it, but man, I just should have just bought the physical edition. I'm trying to see if there was any other. No, I was thinking about maybe switching some physical manga over to digital because usually it's cheaper and then it doesn't take up shelf space for stuff I want to continue reading, but really isn't good enough to keep in physical edition because then you gotta store it somewhere. Because I'm trying to make sure myself don't get like hugely bigger than they already are. I maybe want to get one more set of a shelf because I have 2 right now. and I want to keep it at 3, and I don't want to have any more than 3 shelves because I feel like that's going to be too many after that. And I don't really have the room for any more than 3 shelves. I really don't. I'm really kind of maxing out with 2 right now, so I got to figure out where to put that last shelf. But anyway, I do really enjoy digital manga and the prices, and Comixology does a great job for all this stuff. For the most part, I don't really have any problems with any of their stuff, finding books. They don't do pre-orders on there for the most part unless you have like special links. It's a bit weird, but I wish they did have that. That's probably the only thing I'd say for Comixology because that's usually the main thing I use. Bookwalker's really good. It's like the staple for digital manga. I have nothing against them. They're awesome. It's just I started on Comixology. I got the unlimited thing, so that's why I use it the most because I got the free books, and usually it's like half a series is free. It's not too bad. I think it's like $6 a month. It's not too bad to actually get, but yeah, I actually do very much enjoy that. And before we end this video, I am still working on the manga awards. Currently, the voting is over. I have a couple special guests coming on to do a little bit of announcements. I'm very excited. I got a little game that's going to be going in between. I'm going to try to make this a huge, big project, and I hope you guys do come watch it. It's going to be premiered on December 28th at, I believe I'm going to be doing at 4 p.m. Central Time. Please come on and watch. It's going to be premiered live. It's not going to be a live video. It is going to be pre-recorded, but I'm going to be in the chat. We're all going to have a good time, and hopefully you guys come and join me if you have the chance. But anyway, guys, thanks again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in another video.